Hi, I'm Janelle, and today I'm going to be making a mini accordion album. I made one for a swap I do with my sister. We do one once a month. We choose a project and we swap. And I learned this from the video by Lori Whitlock about a year ago. She recorded it. I had so much fun making it, so here is my attempt to show others how to make it. So you'll need strips of scrapbook paper. I am using the Newport Groove book from Michaels that just came out. I really love how you have these oranges and blues and peacocks. I love birds. So I'll be making some mini albums out of this kit because I love it so much. So you'll need first some strips that are 2.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So I have these two already done, and I'll show you how to make these. So I started with one scrap and it was not the right length, which happens. So I'm double checking. So this one needs to be 5.5. And I absolutely love the blue foil on this. This is what sold me on getting this paper pad. And just to double check, this is also 2.5. Great. And I have two others. Check the measurements. 5.5 and close to, yeah, 2.5. That's close enough. And then 5.5 and 2.5. Okay. You can make as many pages as you want. The more pages you put in, it does get a little bit harder to bind it all together, which I learned when I think I had 12 pages in the one for my sister. So I'm trying to keep it a little limited today. After you have your pages that are 5.5 by 2.5 inches, you want to make a few more to make your cover. And you want your back cover is going to be 2.5 by 3 inches. And then your front cover is just going to be a 2.5 inch square. So now that I've done all my cutting so far, except for the last part, which is the binding, I found it was much easier to save the binding for last once I knew how thick my book became. I'm going to score now, and I need to make this little tab, which will go on the left side as you assemble your page. So because this will be, I need to make the tab on the left side, I've turned my paper upside down to make my score line at 1/2 inch and then at 3 inches. So this will become one side. I have to retrim this one a tiny bit to line up accurately. And then this will be the other. And this tab will go behind one of these to make the book. I just don't want to get what order. I'll do that after. So we need 1.5 and 3. 1.5 and 3. Now on the back cover, all you'll need is the 1/2, because this is just going to need a tag to put in. I don't know which way I want it to go. Yeah, I think I want it sticking up this way. So let me turn it over so I can make that 1/2 inch. And then the cover doesn't need anything. Okay. So, and that's going to be the back cover. There, there. I definitely would want the peacock in the middle. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to glue these, I think, in this order. So having this one be closer to the front, my sand. That covers up the peacock face. Alright, I think I'm going to make a different cover. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what... I have a bunch of scraps here. So let's see. It's going to get covered up. See, that one would also get the face covered up. Right, maybe the one with the tiny one. Set it aside. I get very picky when I start to craft. Alright, so this one needed to be just a 2.5-inch square. So let's start by keeping it peacock as far to that side as possible. This one, I guess. Yeah, oh, that'll be cute. Cool. So you might be wondering, well then what happens to the cover here on this side, since it's not a double-sided piece? That is where I can put my other pretty peacock. I am totally not cutting perfectly. Let's fix that. This table is lopsided, so it keeps making everything shift when I try to trim it. Well, a lot of crafts if they don't have a little bit of imperfection. Yeah, I'll fix it more later. Alright, so I should be done with this. Now it's assembly time. So I personally like to start in the middle just to make sure things are lining up well. Crease these down. So you're going to take a tape runner. I just like whatever tape runner is on sale that I can get, because I go through them like crazy. And then I have cats and they get into everything, so I have fur on all of my craft stuff. Okay, so what was the order? Yeah, something close to that. Actually, I'm going to change it that way because these are two really similar, so I'll put those on the outside. I like that. Okay. So you want to make sure, I did learn that getting it as close to your score line as possible will keep your book from starting to get a little out of alignment. Okay, so we have, we're starting to get some pages here. Okay, let me do the next one. So this is going to end up being attached to the cover. Let's finish the back side. That'll work. Not thrilled with the two blues being right next to each other, but I'll probably really decorate this some other time and make it so that it doesn't seem like there's so much blue towards the end. Alright, so now I'm going to do the back cover. So this will be the last page. And because I didn't use double-sided paper, I could attach another square here like I am with the front. I think I'm going to leave it blank for now, and maybe that could be where a little note goes, or something else. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so you might be able to see now how it slants a little bit as you put it together. If it really bothers you, you can go back through, like I have tried to do in my others, and just refold it. But, you know, it is a handmade card, and it is really, really cute no matter how it lines up. But I know I craft because it shows me that I don't need to be perfect to make something pretty. And I have to sometimes let my perfectionism go. So, letting it go. All right. So I learned this was the one that I can cover up and not have it bother me. Right, so peacock is pointing up. I'm going to glue this down here. Alright, so then I have the binding there. And then, because I do want this front cover to look pretty, I'm going to glue this one on as well. Right. So now for the binding. You can take any color that you want. If you want to add even more detail, like I think I might. If this was double-sided, this pattern would have been there. Since it's not, I think I'm going to add a little bit of the blue. Oh, yeah, that'd be cute. All right. I do need my tool again. Probably should have gotten scissors for this. Okay, so we've got some pretty, yeah, I really like that. Now the binding. If you wanted to decorate the back side, you can do that with anything you want. So I'm going to go find a little scrap from what I used. Any complementary color could work. I'm thinking I might make it, oh yeah, like that. You want to cut a size that's going to curve back and give you some room though if this ends up being a little bit thicker. So once you start to decorate this, these pages are going to pop out. And if you don't have this the proper size, then your pages won't be able to open as much. So I do want the blue foil to stick out. So I want to go there to there. This one is smaller, so it doesn't need to stick out as much. Right about there. And I really try to do all my cutting at once. I just can't seem to think through that far in advance. Okay, so I have my little piece here. I've seen you could decorate it first and then put the tab on, which is what I did. Some people will just put the tab on. I call it a tab. I don't know why I'm calling it a tab. The binding. Whatever I'm saying at this point. Okay, so I'm really trying to make sure that I'm not getting too much glue in the middle, because I don't want the pages to stick to the binding. Except for that front and back. Because it's an accordion folder, I think it's, or album. Words are not my friend. I want to kind of see that it was a little accordion. And I had made one with two-sided cardstock, and I really like that look. I think if I'm going to make this again, I might actually put two sides. As you can see, the white is just popping through. It's still really cute. I still really love it. And they're so easy to make, and what a thoughtful little gift that this could be. You could even make it into a little travel book if you have kids that just need something to do. They can have sight words on them. Really, anything you can think of to make something fun to give to someone is a good investment in time in my book. So that's how I make the little mini album. I hope you enjoyed it.